All right. Welcome. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, guys. How are you? Hang on. I'm just going to put that on there so everybody can see me. Hello from Italy. Welcome, Miguel. How are you? Hello, Cyprus. Say a quick hello, guys. We're literally getting ready to start. Efrosiniana Meet is here in case we haven't had the opportunity to meet yet. Now, we do have translation in Italian, and that's under, let's have a look there. Italian is under Spanish. So if you do not speak English and you speak Italian, click on Spanish. I know we don't have Italian under the languages, and you will be able to hear translation. If you're Hungarian, click under Portuguese. Happy New Year, 2023. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like this year is gonna be a big one. I feel like this year is gonna be so powerful from so many perspectives. And I'm very excited about what this year has in store. It's already starting on a very exciting level, and we have much to share with you guys. Let me say a quick hello to my friends. Hello, Hungary, my Hungarian family. How are you? Jamaica in the house. Welcome, Jamaica. Romania in the house. Italy, I think we already said. Annabella, miss you, my dear. Sweden in the house. Hello, Sweden. Have I forgotten anybody? Any countries I haven't mentioned? UK in the house? Yes, UK in the house. London. How can I forget London? One of my beautiful homes is London, citizen of the world. One of the beauty things is that you have many family members around the world and many homes around the world. Awesome. And Netherlands in the house, of course. Welcome, Netherlands. I think I covered almost countries. Great, guys. So happy Sunday. Let's rock and roll 2023. Now, my invitation to you guys is, and I say this every time and I will say it again, is when you're watching a webinar, when you're listening to a conference call, when you're at a training, sometimes I know that we live in one of these worlds right now that we're plugged into so many different devices that we fool ourselves to think that we can multitask. And the truth is, multitasking is not that effective, okay? It's focus on one thing at the same time. Now, when I say multitasking, there's things that you can do, like, for example, you can take a walk, listen to a podcast. That's different. But if you're listening to something consciously, like right now, for example, you're about to listen to a leadership call where we will give you tips and strategies on how to make 2023 a powerful year. If you're trying to do that and answer on your phone and send text messages, you think you're present, but you're doing yourself a disservice. I would love for you guys to start practicing being present for 2023. And when I'm saying this to me too. There's many times myself and Melanie will be talking to each other and I'll say one thing and 5 minutes later she'll say, no, you didn't. Or she'll say one thing to me and 5 minutes later I'll go, you didn't say that. And it's not because we didn't say it to each other, it's because we're so busy thinking about so many different things that we're not present in the moment. And sometimes we miss things. And you don't know when you're going to have your moment. You don't know whether on this call over the next 90 minutes, you may hear a couple of things that may completely shift your mindset. They may shift your business, that will shift your life. But because at that moment, you're distracted and you're thinking about other things, you miss it. And someone next to you is watching exactly the same call and they have their moment and they have their breakthrough. And their business changes and their life changes. And even though you were in the same room or in the same call, you had the same opportunity, you missed your moment because of that particular moment you were thinking about something else. When we're training, we're also speaking to us too. Okay, it's one of my commitments for this year is to be even more present, to be more an active listener this year than I've ever been, to give people more attention when I'm speaking to them, so that way they feel that they're the only person in the room. So over the next 90 minutes, guys, we're going to share quite a few things with you guys. We have myself, Melanie will be joining us shortly, and she will share a few things with you. And we get the pleasure to have the #1 income earner in the company, an amazing individual, Jesse McPherson, Crown Royale, will be finishing the night tonight with you guys. So let me ask you something. Who has already started the year and you've written down some goals of what you want to achieve this year? Just put a yes or a no in the chat. I'm just curious to see who's written some goals for this year. Susanna, yes. Maria Stella, no. Betty, yes, 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 yes. A few people, yes. Valeria, no. The right answer is not yet. Yes, yes, amazing, yes. Perfect. Awesome. So I can see a bunch of you guys have written some goals. How many of you have taken the opportunity to take your goals and also create an action plan on how to make them happen? Sylvie, yes, yes. Yes to an action plan as well, or yes to the goals, or yes to both? Not yet. Yes. Awesome. Sort of. It's a work in progress. Yes. Perfect. Jennifer, good to see you, girl. No action plan yet? Okay, not yet. Cool. Okay. So what I want to do is I'm going to basically take you guys through a couple of things. Okay. One is basically how to create an action plan for your goals this year. And I'm just going to give you a couple of steps. I like to keep things simple. And I also want to share with you guys about the mindset of being a champion. So if you guys, I know some of you guys know me pretty well. Some of you, maybe you don't know me pretty well. I don't really watch a lot of sports. The only sports that I watch is usually UFC, and that's still on a rare occasion. However, there is someone that's been in the media quite a lot, and I know that his name, when I mention it, everybody's heard of his name. And he is someone that I do follow, even though I don't follow football. I follow this individual because I like what he stands for. I think this guy is the true definition of what a champion is. And before I share his name, I want you to write down, who do you believe, if you were looking into sports and you looked at some characteristics of what you believe a champion has, whether it's a sporting champion, whether it's a champion in life, whether it's a champion in secret, for example, you know, a superstar, a leader. What do you believe are some of the qualities that a champion has? I'd love to hear from you guys. Discipline, yeah. Action, commitment, consistency, yeah. Costanza, I don't know what Costanza is. Focus, hardworking, determined, confidence, perseverance, absolutely. Focus, Al-Azad. I have no idea what Al-Azad is. You guys are going to have to teach me some different languages. Resilience, absolutely. Loyalty. So I agree with all of these, okay? Here's one of the things that I believe determines whether someone is a true champion, is how they deal with things when things don't go their way. When life throws them challenges. You know, they say that a skilled sailor, you can only tell how skilled a sailor is when they go through the storm. When the sea is calm, then the skilled sailor could be the same as any other sailor. But as soon as there's a storm, that's when you can tell the difference between someone that is a skilled sailor and an unskilled sailor. There's a gentleman that I respect a lot, and his name is Cristiano Ronaldo. And the reason I respect him, like I said earlier, I don't follow football. I respect what this guy stands for, because everything that you guys have just said in terms of what it means to be a champion, he embodies everything. Hard work, absolutely. He treats his body like a machine. He runs in water practically every single day because the resistance of the water, you know, make your muscles work that much harder. It's like if you're running in sand. You know, the resistance against the sand pushes you that much harder. And Cristiano Ronaldo in 2022 had a very, very difficult year. I mean, you know, April 2022, his partner, Georgina, gave birth. And unfortunately, one of their sons was stillborn. So he had a very, very tough time. He's got 4 kids, I believe. And to go through a tragedy like that is something that I think would only be natural for most people to just go, you know, I need to take a few months out. And rightfully so. Like, it's a very, very difficult situation to go through. And I hope, you know, nobody gets to experience that. But unfortunately, sometimes we cannot control what life throws our way. Life is always going to throw us some curveballs, always when we least expect it. Sometimes they'll throw it to us in 2s and 3s, you know, one challenge, then another challenge, then another challenge. Now, I don't want to take away from his pain. I'll tell you, when I literally took my hat off at him, is that I couldn't believe that after a week of having that, he actually went and played for Manchester United 1 week after. And I was watching a video, and I really recommend for you guys to watch a video. It's on YouTube. Watch Cristiano Ronaldo, April 2022, when he plays for Manchester United after losing his son. In fact, there's actually a video called Cristiano Ronaldo Emotional 2022, something like that. And you'll see that he went onto the field, and when he was asked in an interview, you know, how can you do that? You know, like a week after this big tragedy, how can you go straight back into the field and play this game? And one of the things that he said is that what I do is bigger than me. It's not about me. It's about the fans. It's about the people. It's about a purpose that is so much bigger than him that he would be selfish if he just focused on his feelings. He decided to put his feelings aside so he can do something that is better for his fans, for the game, for the purpose of what he does, you know, and the reason that he does what he does. So the thing is, I'm saying this to you because my respect for him when that happened grew through the roof, because it would be so easy to go into feeling sorry for yourself with those challenges. But when you find something in your heart, guys, that becomes bigger than you, and you guys have maybe you heard this saying before, when the destination is big, when the goal is big, then it takes a bigger obstacle to stop you. If you don't have a big goal, then a small obstacle will get in the way. The bigger the goal, the bigger the obstacle that it can take in order to get in your way. Ronaldo's big goal and vision is so big that nothing can stop him. He doesn't allow anything to stop him. And the question I want to ask you guys, and I know that 2022 for some people it was a fantastic year, and congratulations for that. You know, if it was an amazing year for you, you deserve it. I hope you celebrated 2022. But as a new year starts, we cannot keep basking in our old story. We're going to go out and create a new story. Now, if 2022 was a difficult year, for us, it was a very challenging year from a personal level, from so many perspectives. 2022 was a very difficult year. However, again, can't focus on a bright future if you keep focusing on the rear view mirror and keep looking at the past. Because it's the same way if you're driving going this way, you're going to crash. If you're looking at the past, you can't look towards your future. So the thing is that as challenging as the year was in 2022, the thing that we always say to ourselves is that no matter how many times we fall down, we're going to get back up. Because that's what it takes to be a champion. It's easy to be taken out of the game if every single obstacle is an excuse for you to give up on your dreams. So let me ask you this now, since we talked about goals at the beginning. Some of you said that you've written goals, but you said that you wrote goals, but a few of you haven't created an action plan for that goal. So how important are those goals to you? That's the question you got to ask yourself. If those goals are not important enough for you to create an action plan, then that means you don't have the commitment to those goals yet, and you need to keep digging deeper for something that's going to empower you so much that nothing can stand in the way. So if you look at one of your goals, tell me, for example, okay, one of your goals. Just write down on the chat, what is one of your goals for 2023? Okay, what is one of your goals for 2023? I want to hear. Go platinum, okay. Platinum. Oh, I see a few people want to go platinum this year. Go for gold, diamond, love it. Platinum, take 5 platinums, diamond, awesome. Okay, so here's how I like to basically break down goals, okay? So number 1 is your goal. So let's say, for example, if I choose platinum, okay? Platinum, in order to achieve platinum, well, let's say whatever goal it is, I'm going to give you the formula. You can apply it to any goal that you want, okay? So number 1 is your goal. Is your goal something that is easy to measure if you have achieved it or not? Like if someone says to me, hey, I want to be happy. Okay, how will you know when you got there? You know, you can't quantify happy. Now, if you say, hey, I will be happy when I hit platinum, okay, then we know that hitting platinum, of course, will make you happy. I wouldn't recommend that, but at least now happiness is connected to something that is quantifiable, okay? Platinum is a quantifiable goal because it's a rank. In order to achieve platinum, we need 20,000 in volume on the left, and we need 20,000 volume on the right, correct? Okay, so number 1 is your goal, right? Number 2, the question I always ask myself is, why is it a must for me to make it happen? Not why do I want to make it happen, but why is it a must for me to achieve platinum? And here's the thing that you got to ask yourself. What is something that will get you emotional when you think about it? So let's say, for example, okay, if we take, actually, tell me someone, okay, on the chat, why is it a must for you to achieve platinum this year? Write it on the chat, okay? And a few of you can write that. It could be, let's say, for example, I want to achieve platinum because, $3,000-4,000 of income on a monthly basis is enough to replace my full-time income. Okay, that's cool. Let's go a little bit deeper. What does it mean to replace your full-time income? Well, let's say, for example, that you're a mother and you're working so many hours on a daily basis that you hardly have enough time to see your child. And maybe achieving platinum means that even though it replaces your full-time income, or even though it replaces some of it, you don't quit your job, okay? But let's say you can go from working 40 hours a week to now working 20 hours a week in your job. And now you're able to have your time back, 20 hours a week more, where you're able to spend with your child and make more money than you were making before. Let me ask you something. Is that something you can get emotional about? Is that something that's worth fighting for now? Because now it's become something that is closer to the heart rather than platinum. Platinum means nothing, right? It's what's platinum going to enable you to do. The more emotional you get around a goal and making it a must, the more effort you're going to put behind it to make it happen. Okay. So let's say, for example, achieving platinum will enable me to spend more time with my child. It will enable me to allocate more time towards my health. It will enable me to have something to fall back on. And as we fall into a recession, as the world goes through these crazy economic times that we're experiencing, that you can go to bed at night not having to stress, what if my company goes under tomorrow? What if I lose my job? What if I get a pay cut? That it enables you to have peace of mind, that you don't need to worry about that like everybody else, because now you got a few $1,000s coming in every single month that enables you to have that peace of mind. Or that it enables you, let's say you have a few kids and your kids coming up to you and saying, Mom, I want a pair of shoes. And let's say you go, can't get you a pair of shoes. Now, all of a sudden, achieving platinum enables you to not, within reason, of course, not having to say no to your kids about things that they want because money is not enough. So the thing is, you see now, as you start thinking about this more, now it enables you to get more emotional about your goals. Now, here's another step. Let's say, again, we're focusing on platinum because I know a lot of people say platinum here, okay? The next step that I always say is that who is someone that you know or that you have access to that has already achieved your goal, that you can go to them and go, hey, look, you're a platinum, for example, or you have the health that I want, or you have the income that I want. What do I need to do in order to get there? One thing I got to always say to you guys, be careful who you get advice from. Okay, someone who's never been to where you want to go can never teach you on how to get there. So if you guys to someone that's a gold, asking them advice on how to achieve platinum, they can't help you. They haven't achieved platinum. You want to go to platinum? Go to a platinum, go to a ruby, go to a diamond, go to a blue diamond. Okay, just keep going until you reach the person that has the results that you want. In fact, better yet, instead of just going to another platinum, go to someone that has many platinums on their team. Do you see what I mean? And then here's the other thing. So let's say now you find someone that has what you want, you get them to create an action plan with you on how to get it. Now that action plan though, you got to follow it like a recipe. Don't just cherry pick the things that you like. Follow the whole recipe. I see people that say, hey, I want to do platinum, and you tell them, okay, great. Do minimum one presentation a day, listen to audios, show at least 6 people on a weekly basis, and they go, okay, I'll listen to the audios. I can't do 6 a week. I'll do 3 a week. And then they don't get the results that they want. And then instead of saying, I'm responsible for my results, they look at somebody else going, it's your fault, or it's the company, or it's this, right? So you're going to take 100% responsibility for what you want. Now, there's many more things that we're going to cover, okay? But I'm going to take you to the next person that's going to share a few things with you guys before we bring Jesse on. Someone that is basically someone that I can say is my right-hand person, someone that we build this business together day in, day out. She's working so hard. She's selfless. She helps as many people as she possibly can be. And one of the things that I respect the most about her is her growth. In the last 11 years almost that I've known her, she's grown so much as a person because she's constantly every day investing in herself. Now, this week, guys, we're going to share a few more things as the call goes on. This week, we're also going to have one more call that will basically break down the comp plan on how to achieve specific ranks. So stay tuned for that one. But for now, I'm going to pass you to Blue Diamond, Melanie Aristidou.
Awesome. What is up, everybody? I'm super excited to be here with you. Give me 1 second. Sorry, what? The video's on. Oh, you just can't see it. See, I was on the video as soon as I jumped on. Hey. So yeah, I'm so excited to see you. And interesting, like I was just thinking of like a couple of things, because Christmas, myself and Efrosini, we kind of retreated into our home a little bit. We weren't so social. We kind of like had a lot of reflection time. And then because we had really like stepped back outside of people and really had like a lot of reflection time to ourselves, it was time to get out of that Christmas slump. So does anybody know what I mean by Christmas slump? Where you've kind of like taken your foot off the gas so much, or, you know, you've just had so much time away from people that it's kind of like difficult to get back into that fast pace of things, right? And so I'm a leader that believes always leading by example. And let's be honest, we've all got an incentive trip to get on, right? I was hyped when I heard about this incentive trip, but this is not an entitlement trip. This is a earned trip, right? Just because we're Blue Diamond doesn't mean we get to just go on this trip. We have to earn this trip just like everybody else. And so I wanted to share with you a story of planting seeds. See, the day that you plant the seed is not the day that you eat the fruit, right? As a good mentor has taught many of us. And so a few weeks back, some of you who was on the escape with us in Prague, let me see you on the chat. So some of you will know it during that escape in Prague. I snuck away to meet somebody that I'd met on Facebook that traveled 3 hours on a train to have coffee with myself and Efrosini. I snuck out of the itinerary of the trip just for an hour to meet this person. And we talked, and then they said, hey, I know someone who's a leader within the network marketing industry, and they're looking for something kind of like what you guys have got, but let's schedule it after Christmas. And so because I didn't have a relationship with this guy, I said, okay, let's do that. And we did that, and we just had a really great call. But the point is planting seeds as you go along, right? And I want you to look back over any seeds that you may have planted last year that you can now sprout and harvest in the fruit in January. So January, here's the thing about January, is people are looking for change in January. Yes, they are. It's new year, new me. Let's get some extra income. Let's get that new body on. And so have a look. And I hope that you do this. And if you don't do this, here's a note for you. My organization level since starting network marketing has definitely turned around. If anybody is challenged or organizing themselves, like here's a really good tip. Just get a piece of paper and just write down every personal that you show, right? And then let's go back to them. Now is an ideal time for follow-up. And you know how you can start it is, hey, Happy New Year. What are your goals for this year? and then listen. Got to make sure we're using those listening skills, right? Because so often, in fact, that's how I met this guy in Prague. He called me on the phone and I just listened to him talk about, you know, what he was doing in his life for 15 minutes. And then he's like, you're very interesting. You've just been listening, like, what's up? And so then I told him, yeah, you know, I'm doing this and that. And he was excited, but I listened first. And that was something that he didn't experience. So that's a great tip for those that you're going to go out and recruit, is listen to their needs first. Okay. And so that's one of the things that I always focus on when I'm out there and building, is listening to what the customer needs in front of me and finding what we have on our inventory or in our packages that's going to suit their need. Okay. In fact, sometimes I won't even show them everything. For example, on Friday, I did a little social media post. So let me just, I feel like maybe today you guys are thinking, gosh, Melanie's scattered all over the place, but I kind of wanted to come in and give you perspective of us building right now, right? I wanted to give you perspective of like what we're doing right now to build our business. So how many of you post on social media? Let me have a quick show of hands. Awesome, Pia. I'm actually going to do the gallery view so I can see all of you. Let me see a show of the hands again. Post on social media. Awesome. I can see Sylvia raising their hands. Miguel. Awesome. So here's the thing. Every time you post, aim to give value to your audience. Don't aim to sell in every post. Like, I don't want to be seeing every other post, join secret now. You don't want to be a tacky walking billboard, but what you do want to do is ask for engagement from the people that are following you and also give them value. And so I also did a post, I think it was between Christmas and New Year's, on our nutrition. I said, who's looking for more energy this year? Who's looking to lose some kilos this year? Who's looking to get better sleep this year? Who's looking to what else we got? Better energy, lose some weight. Who's looking to feel better in their own body this year? By the way, anybody want to do some of those on this call? Let me see a raise of hands. Anybody want more energy, lose a few kilos, have better sleep, feel better within their own body? I can see those hands waving. I see that lady from Italy over there with the beautiful red hair. I see you. Exactly. And you know what? I had people reach out to me, some people that had been an on and off customer. You know, they were not a regular customer, but they had been purchasing from me maybe 2 or 3 times a year, not month in, month out. And I had some other people reach out to me that had never partnered with me before on a product line or for the business. And I literally asked them, okay, so which one was it? And what are you feeling at the moment? Okay, cool. And what would your ideal goal be? And then I used that to gain new customers during that period as well, because I've got my eyes open. See, the 2 biggest goals people make during this period of time is either they want to make more money or they want to get fit. And I believe we do both here. And so another thing, and I'm just kind of like throwing little bits of tips at you guys. So first thing, get around people and just be talking about your life. Don't be pitching, be talking, be sharing, be normal, don't be spammy. Right? But then also listen to what they want and always think to yourself, how can I help them? How can I help them? And that's something that I strive to do whenever I go out to a networking event, which I actually go out to networking events a lot. Do you know why? Because I have moved so freaking much in my adult life. You know, we moved to Australia. I didn't know anybody. We moved to Lithuania. I didn't know anyone. Then we moved to the UK, knew quite a lot of people there. And then we moved to Cyprus. Again, I didn't really know anybody here. So I made it my business to go out and add value to the community. So whenever I'm listening to somebody, I'm thinking, how can I help this person? Or who should I connect this person with? And it's not necessarily with regards to secret all the time. But do you know what? When you help them, they become a lot more open to listening or giving you referrals at a later point in time. Okay. And so shortly we're going to have one of my favorite speakers come on. And I just want to say, for those who's met Jesse, let me see a show of hands of who's met Jesse before in person. Awesome. One of my favorite people in the entire world. And who's not met him yet? Okay, you need to meet him, and I'm going to offer you that opportunity. I'm going to offer you that opportunity today. Was that Maria Stella who said she'd not met him before? Who else has not met him yet? Not met Jesse. Yeah, Maria Stella. Well, you know what, Maria Stella, he's coming. He's coming to you. He's coming to Venice, right? And you're going to get that opportunity to meet him. But I wanted to take this moment to just talk a little bit about the upcoming event, right? Because sometimes somebody within Secret will ask me, oh, hey, are you going to the event? And the fact that they've asked me that question leads me to two conclusions. Either they're not sure how this business works, or they're brand new. Because there would have to be something very, very wrong happening in my life for me to not be at an event, right? It's a commitment. See, if you're committed to building your business, you just understand that you have to be there in February. Like, what are you doing if you don't know the plan for your own company that you're part of, that you have a business in a box with, but you're not there to see how the year is going to kickstart? You've never met the CEO. You've never met your partners in America. You've got to be there. It's part of business. It's a business expense, right? So when somebody asks me that question of like, hey, Mel, are you going to the event? I'm like, oh God. Yes, I'm at every event, like no questions about it. Like every event I am there because that's my commitment to my business. And so it kind of just tells me if you're building your business, but you've chosen not to be in Venice, that it's not a priority for you. And so here's the thing. It's not too late. It's not too late to make that commitment. We've still got a few tickets left. You can go out and you can book yourself a ticket and be in Venice. And I just want to say this because I know we've got some fun-loving people on the call that may not pay attention to detail. The actual event is in Padua. So that's where you want to make sure that you've booked your accommodation, and all of the information is on our website. So that is secretdirectevents.com, secretdirectevents.com. If somebody who would be an angel wants to pop that in the chat, feel free. So just make sure you're there. Isaac Ben Shabbat is going to be there. Now, when we first joined Secret back in December 2020, the first event the company did in person was in Dallas in the middle of a pandemic. And my country was in lockdown, but I did whatever it took to fly across the world during the pandemic and meet Isaac. You know why? I wanted to make sure I was leading my contacts in the right direction, right? It's important to know who you've partnered with. It's important to know the essence of the company. And I am so grateful to this day that I made things happen. You know, I wasn't allowed to travel on the passport that I had, so I had to go out and buy out a whole new nationality passport over here in Cyprus. We had to fly backwards because we couldn't fly through Europe because of some crazy, I don't know, COVID thing that was going on. So it was the craziest thing. We flew to Dubai and then got on like an 18-hour flight just so that we could be there. And here's the thing. Most of us on this call are from Europe. I know there's some great people from Africa that are joining us on that call. But it's easy for us in Europe to get there, right? Like we can get creative with flights, we can get creative with accommodation, but you just got to find a way to make it happen. Like if you're really serious about this company being a priority in your life and generating an income worth talking about, you've got to be there. So I'm going to be there. I'm looking forward to meeting everybody who's going to be there for their first event. If you've been to an event before, then I know you're coming back. I know you're coming back because you know what this is about. You've got the company flowing through your veins. And so there's one more thing that I'm going to share before I bring up Jesse, who will be with us in Playbook. And it's this. Let's quickly talk about the Club Fit Challenge. So I did this challenge, by the way, with the company in May last year. It was 60 days, so lasted until July. And I was already, while we were doing this challenge, saying to people, you know, I'm going to win. you know I'm going to win. Not to be arrogant, okay? But to program myself that that's what I was going to do. And I played as if I was going to win, and I did win. But I was already talking about the result before. So as you go into 2023, proclaim your future. Say it out loud. Go ahead and tell people, hey, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. Don't be afraid of not making it, because the more that you say it, the more that you'll believe it. It's important. You got to proclaim your own future so that you believe it. Tony Robbins calls that affirmations, right? In fact, that wasn't even my thing. That was Muhammad Ali, right? Muhammad Ali started by saying, I'm the world's greatest. I'm the world's greatest. I'm the world's greatest. And I just kind of borrowed that strategy. But why am I talking about Club Fit right now? Well, I happen to know some crazy news. Jesse told me a little secret. We had a very special call with him the other evening, and he showed me how Club Fit is going to look this time. And let me tell you, I already used the information he gave me to recruit new customers. They couldn't even wait until the challenge began when I shared with them the information. They got straight on the nutrition right away. But here's the thing, had I not have done the challenge in May, I would not have those new customers. Why? Because I wouldn't have a result to talk about. So I created the story, right? I created the testimonial so that I could share it, because stories sell, but facts tell. So you really want to have your own story. But not only this, and we've got 119 people on this call right now. The Club Fit Challenge is not about just losing weight. You might have the perfect model body right now with the 6-pack. Good for you. Congratulations. The Club Fit Challenge is about learning what Secret has to offer and being able to use it to recruit other customers long-term into your business. And that's why it's important that you do it. But if you do have a goal that you want to get stronger, you want to have more energy, you want to learn about nutrition. My God, I thought I was clued up on nutrition, but after doing, because the challenge is essentially a nutrition course, right? I learned so much that I'm now able to give value. Like I'm even coaching somebody at the moment leading up to when she joins the Club Fit Challenge through the products that she bought. And so here's the thing. If we do this as a group, all 120 of us, we can be each other's accountability partners, right? And so that's something that I want from you guys, because the accountability through this challenge is you start working out more, you log in a little bit. But what I also love, and pay attention to this, is you're using your products every day. So Secret is top of mind. And if Secret is top of mind, what are you doing every day? You're talking about it and you're building your business, right? You're talking about your business every day because you're participating in your own business. It's so important. And also you're vibrating higher because you're energized, you're putting the right nutrition in, you're exercising, you're moving, this year, honestly, I can tell if I haven't worked out in 2 or 3 days, my energy is low vibration, guys. It's not good. It's not good for me, and it's not good for you. Like I worry for the health of other people if I haven't worked out for 2 or 3 days, right? So I'm not preaching at you. You gotta, become Mr. America or Mr. Europe or Mr. Muscle or whoever it is. I'm just saying you've got to become a proper secret agent. You got to know what you're talking about. If you've never tried out nutrition before or never used it properly, now may be the perfect opportunity to learn, right? And so it's my absolute pleasure to introduce to you our next speaker, one of the best speakers I have seen, period, in the network marketing industry. What I love about this guy is he has no ego. And to me, this is mind-blowing because I've met a lot of network marketers. I've seen a lot of really good ones with a lot of big egos, but he seems to just be so humble, so relatable. And when you hear him talk, you just feel like he's one of us. He's really one of us. He's not up there on a pedestal. nobody's afraid to talk to him. He's just such a kind, pure-hearted, genuine person, and the type of leadership that inspires me, that I want to be around. And I'm so happy that you guys will get to experience just a little bit of him tonight, but also get the opportunity to meet him, to shake hands with him, to maybe have coffee, sit down, share a meal, and hear his story fully in Venice. So don't miss that opportunity. Jesse, I am excited to have you on. Are you ready? Are you ready to go?
Of course I'm ready to go. I'm fired up, jacked up, excited, ready for 2023. So hello, Europe, Africa. Good morning or good afternoon. Good morning for me. Good afternoon for you. Melanie, thank you so much for the introduction. I absolutely adore you, and incredible information. So spot on, but also practical. And, it's one of those things where we're looking for, what can we use to better our lives? So I got a little bit of time here with you guys this evening. I will have a lot of time with you guys in about a month from now in Venice at our Playbook event, which is going to be the first of its kind. This is going to be something you're going to see a little bit different style, a little bit different flavor. You're going to see a lot more. Well, anyway, I'll save some of the announcements for Playbook, but I can tell you, you're going to be pleasantly surprised at this event with all the amazing updates and things that are coming, not just for the European market, but for the global markets of Secret, as we're bringing everything together here. So first off, again, happy holidays, and happy New Year. This is the time of year I love, where people are in evaluation mode. They're looking for, what can be a better future for myself, which is kind of where I wanted to start our training here today, because I've been fortunate to be a part of this industry for 20 years now, almost 21 years. And for those of you I haven't met yet, I got started doing network marketing at the age of 19 years old. And I had moved to Los Angeles to pursue a background in entertainment. I was teaching dance classes. I was teaching hip hop dance classes. And I know I don't look like it, but you can find some YouTube videos from back in the day, I'm sure. But what ended up happening was I wanted to have my freedom, and I didn't want to go get a part-time job, but I needed more income, but I didn't have enough time, it was a space where I wasn't making enough. I needed more. I didn't want to do the things that most people were doing. And so I was out there looking. Now, the reason I share that with you is there are so many Jessies out there. Now, I don't mean the Jesse of today who spent 21 years of his life obsessed with becoming the best version of himself. I'm not talking about this version. I'm talking about the 19-year-old Jesse McPherson. The Jesse McPherson at 19 years old who was kind of bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, maybe was young, naive, definitely a little immature, still a little immature, but very curious about life, who wanted more, who wanted his freedom, who maybe hadn't had enough life hit him yet, where he'd kind of become resigned and cynical and given up and basically said, well, it's just the way it is, or that's just how. No, someone that had their future ahead of them that they were so excited about. And that's what gets me so excited around the new year, is because I think about that. And I think about the people that are going to make the biggest impact on your business, the people that are going to provide the most growth in your business, the people that are going to bring the most volume into your business, that you're going to earn your biggest check match from. Here's what's crazy. You haven't met them yet. How about that? Like, you don't even know who they are. You don't even know their name yet, but they're out there. They're out there. There's people out there that the minute you show them Secret, or someone in your team shows them Secret, they are going to be like me, where they're going to join, and then they're going to come to an event, and then they were never, ever, 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 ever not going to build their business. Not your business, their business, right? Because that's what happened to me. I came to my first event and I was like, this is what I want to do. Now, was it hard? Yes. Did I want to quit? 100 million times. Thank God I just never told the company. I mean, did I have obstacles? Were there issues? Yes. Did my sponsor quit, and my sponsors quit, and my upline quit, and my upline's upline quit? right? And then I joined Secret and my sponsor quit and my upline quit. All of them, they all quit. Just like, so I know what it's like. I know what it's like for all the situation. I know what it's like to have people join your business and they do nothing. I know what it's like to have family tell you you're stupid for pursuing this dream. I know what it's like to have people that said that they'll never quit, and then they quit. And I'm like, and then be like, why are you so happy about that? That sounds terrible. And you're like, yeah, I'm not saying it was fun all the time. But what I'm saying is that's part of the journey. It's part of the process. And one of the things that really makes me excited about where I am is because I've kind of submitted to the system. I've submitted to the program. I've submitted to the time where I stopped fighting what was the kind of the natural occurring things, right? So a good example, after winter comes spring, right? So do you guys know that? That's kind of how it goes, right? After winter, spring, after spring, summer, right? Summer, fall, winter, like that's kind of the normal progression of things. Can you imagine if after winter, right, someone said, why is it spring again? And they were just really angry, like just so irate and so upset and like calling everyone, can you believe this? I can't believe it's spring again, right? When you're fighting the normal path of things, all of a sudden you'll find yourself frustrated and upset. And I feel like people do that. Instead of just going, okay, how does it work? Okay, I do this, I do this, I do this. Some people join, some people don't, some people quit, some people stay. Most people don't get it. You got to follow up. How many times do I got to follow up? Okay, all right. So what is the natural progression of our program and falling into it? So the reason why the beginning of the year I think is so cool is because the beginning of the year is a chance where people start evaluating. They start thinking about, okay, past, present, future, which is where I want to start with you guys here today when it comes to building our business. So please write this down in your notes. All right. Let me pull this over. I think I got this. Nope, not that one. See if I got my other camera. There we go. So when it comes to this, we all have a past, right? We all have a present, okay? And we all have a future, right? Now, these three things, all right, and the conversations that we have around them, the things that we think about them, genuinely are going to determine how we act. Now, what most people say is, okay, well, who are you in your present? Like, who are you today? And most people would say, well, I'm a reflection of my past experiences, my past life, my past teachings, my teachers, school, work, past. So who I am in my present is usually dictated by my past. And what I would like to say is actually no, that's not true. What dictates who we're being in the present is dictated by our future, which sounds a little backwards. I know, just hang with me for a quick second here, okay? So I want to kind of give you a story on this and why I think it's relevant. So I want you to picture you're at work, it's Friday, you got, a few hours of work left, and your boss hands you an extra workload. They're like, hey, you got to finish this today before you leave work, right? So normally you'd probably be a little upset about that, but in the morning, you're waking up and you're getting on a plane with the person you love more than anything in the world, and you're flying to Bora Bora. And you have one of those overwater bungalows on the water, with the slide. You guys, I don't know if you've seen those. I'm sure you guys have. By the way, they're amazing. And when you get there, so you're sitting there. Now, in that moment, you're sitting at work in the present, but you're probably excited. Why? Because of what's coming. You're excited for what's coming. Exactly, right? Now, I want you to picture this. Now, fast forward 2 weeks later, you're sitting in Bora Bora. You're outside on your deck with the water, and your toes are in the water, and you're sitting there and you have the room service that just came. And then you have a thought that enters your brain and you're like, shit. In about 20 minutes, I got to go pack all my stuff. I got to pack my stuff. I got to get on that little boat. I got to get over to that island, and then I got to get on the flight, and then I got to take that 18-hour flight home, and then I'm going to be jet lagged. Then I got to get to work. So I want you to picture this. You're in paradise and you don't feel very excited. You're at work and you're feeling excited. Isn't that interesting? So who you're being or how you're feeling in the moment, a lot of times isn't necessarily dictated by our past, but why does it feel like that a lot? And the reason why it feels like that a lot for most people Is the reason why is because what most people are doing is they're putting their past and they're sticking it in their future. And this is what I see people do all the time. Well, this is what happened before, so it'll happen again. Oh, well, this is just kind of the way it is. The way it is. Well, that's somebody saying nothing is different in the future can be different than what I've experienced in my past. And then saying, well, I haven't been able to do it in my past, so therefore, why will I be excited in my future? I didn't hit my goal in my past. Why would I goal set in my future, right? So, or man, this was really difficult last year. Okay, that was last year, right? So all of a sudden, what most people do is their present feels a lot like their past because they're putting it in their future. What I want you guys to do is I want you to have a clean canvas. And so it is time for us to stick this past where it belongs in the past. Now, we draw on it from experience, we draw on it from thoughts, but we got to get out of this. We got to get it back over here. So what are we talking about in our future? How do we go out there and impact our future is by the activities that we do today. Now, what generally stops people from doing activities, right, is a feeling for the most part. So I want you to tell me, guys, so what is a negative emotion that you have ever experienced inside of your business? So as an example, right? So for me, I like one of my big ones is stress, right? So these are some of the emotions. So I want you to type in the chat box. I want you to type, what are some of the negative emotions you've experienced in building your business or that you have felt, right? Oh, there's a good one. Rejection, there's a good one, right? So stress, no, yeah, that's so how about fear, right? So fear, frustration, oh my God, sometimes frustration, okay? Overwhelm, that's a good one. Oh, that's my word. Oh man. You and I have that word, fear and stress. What else do we've got, right? So irritation. How about anger? How many of you guys have ever been like, yeah, there you go. Anger, just like pissed. I'm just like, just like rage almost, right? Like slow, a setback, or disappointment, I would say is probably the emotion. So disappointment, frustration, overwhelm. How about sadness? Okay. All right. So negative emotions, not positive. Enthusiasm's a positive. Talk about what are the negative ones. So that we felt. Stress, time. So or feeling like unworthy. So or lack or so what else? Tired, right? So how about let's see what else. Give me see if there's any other big ones out here. Now, of course, there's tons of emotions. We could give you 100 of them, right? So like you're not good enough, right? So not good enough. Good. So depressed. Oh, there's a good one. Depressed. Okay, right? So all right. Reaction, demotivated, right? So all right, perfect. Now, by show of hands or just type a 1 in the comment section, how many of you guys have experienced one or if not all of these emotions at some point in your business? Right. So, yeah. How many of you guys experienced some of these today? How many of you guys are experiencing some of these right now? Right. So, yeah, I'm frustrated. I want to be further. I want to be at a higher rank. I want to be at a silver. I want to be a bronze. Or maybe I hit a rank and now I'm not at that rank currently, and I'm mad about it. I'm frustrated about it, right? So, and I'm basing my entire worth as a human being based around volume that happened in the last 4 weeks when most people were off for Christmas. But I did better in November. Why? Because I had a volume sale and so when we get these things we make up in our heads, right? So all the times and we get stuck up there. So did you guys know there's one cure for all of this? And I'm going to show you what it is. It's very simple, right? So activity, okay? So activity. Now, this is the cure for action. Action cures all, and they say this, right? So what this is that all of these actions that you currently have inside of your business or inside of your head, right? So kind of show it to you this way. We have all these negative emotions. Over the course of time, as your activity increases, you're going to see these emotions will start to dissipate. In fact, the more activity that you're in, the less you feel these emotions, which is crazy, right? So, and the minute your activity starts to go away or slow down, look at them. Oh, there they are. There they are. There they are. They came back. Look at all of them. Fear, right? And then when your activity increases, oh, they start to go away, right? And then your activity drops. Guess where they are? Boom, right there again. And it doesn't matter what rank you are. It doesn't matter what level you are. It doesn't matter how strong your beliefs are. The minute your activity ceases to exist, right? This is when somebody starts focusing on all these other things. And I hear it inside of their conversation. So this is the dance that you are going to have for the rest of your career. I don't care if you've been doing The Secret for a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, or 11 years like me. This will be your experience. So anytime that you're feeling these emotions, immediately, I want you to know what happened. Your activity dropped. That's what happened. Activity dropped. So it's not the comp plan, right? So now it's not. I'm just letting you guys know, right? So it's not this, it's not that. Why? Because all of us can basically point to a time in our career in network marketing where we had the best growth, where a lot of things still didn't work very well. Right? So it's based around activities. So what kind of activities are we doing in this new year? Well, in this new year, one of the best things that I think that we can do is focus on the promotions that are here. So we have Playbook coming up, obviously. The second thing we have is we have Agent Destination. Now, this is a new program that many of you have never had an opportunity to participate with, but was something that was huge for my business for almost 7 years before COVID hit. And the last time that we could do this was back in 2019, which means the qualification was actually 2018. So we're talking about almost 4 years ago that we have had this type of an earned team building trip, right? An earned team building, like a builder's trip, an Agent Destination. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that, but I want to focus today on what I believe is something that can help you dramatically grow your business, but more importantly, grow yourself. Well, maybe shrink yourself a little bit when it comes to shrinking your size, but growing yourself, growing your mentality, growing, because look, we're building a wealthy global community. That is our mission as a company, to build a wealthy global community that serves the world. That is that is who we are. So in order to do that, your health is your wealth. Like, if without your health, what do you have? Like, legitimately, like I know that there are times like December, unfortunately, was a challenging month for me. I was sick a lot. It doesn't matter how inspirational I am when I can't get out of bed. It doesn't matter how much I love doing things if I can't go out there. How much do I love to travel? I love traveling more than anything in the world. But if you don't feel good, you can't travel, right? So we need to take care of ourselves. And it's one of the things we need to do to take care of everybody else. Now, when this happens, Secret started off originally as a skincare company. You guys know that. Dead Sea Products, amazing. Today, half of our sales come from nutrition. That's incredible. And because it's only been a couple of years. Part of it happened because of COVID. Where when everyone was at home, they needed something to do. My income when COVID hit exploded. Our signups exploded. And the reason why is everyone was at home and they were focusing on taking care of their health. And we had great solutions. They needed opportunity. They needed to earn income. They needed to have something they could do from home. And they needed products that worked and that were essential products that people needed. So what we did was we started doing these challenges, and we did them on Facebook. And we kind of Facebook challenges. We did like a 1 month challenge, and we did a 2 month challenge. Then we did a couple of different challenges, and they worked incredibly well, right? One of the things is that the retention on the nutrition was incredible, but it was a more consistent purchase. Why? Because nutrition ran out in 1 month because if you were using it, or you would even go through more, because many of you, if you're like me, you're like 1, 2, 3 boosters. 4, 5, 6, right? So, it's like, oh, well, recovery, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1 vitamin D, no, 2 vitamin Ds, right? You just need, that if you're like me, because the products are so good, like you want to use more of them and take more of them. However, all right, what this did for us was it created consistency in our volume, right? So because you knew somebody was purchasing, now they might purchase their skincare every 2 months, they might purchase their skincare every 3 months, but they were purchasing their nutrition every month. So it created this consistency in our business and our volume from people that were on a regular purchase of nutrition. Now, are they going to be on a regular purchase of all the nutrition? No, most people statistically. There are some that will. But most people are going to find the 1, 2, or 3 products. It's about two to three products that they will never be without. That they just, these are their products. These are, I take these, I use these. They're religious about taking this product. Why? Because it gave them a result they've been looking for a long time. Okay, so what we need to do is create our own story and our own testimonial. Melanie literally said it perfect. She created a story for herself with the program, and now she's able to sponsor and recruit people into the program because she knows what it is. Now, I'm going to show you guys just real quickly. This week, we're going to be updating our website. I will show you the old website just so you guys know, right? So our old website is clubfitchallenge.com. clubfitchallenge.com. Now, this is not updated. I want you guys to know it will be updated this week because I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek on things that even the US hasn't seen yet. So, but you can see the commercial from it. You can meet Kim Lyons, who is our certified nutrition trainer. She's been doing it for well over 3 decades. She was a trainer on The Biggest Loser, the TV show. She's been on the front of every major publication magazine you could possibly imagine, on Dr. Oz. She's been on Dr. Phil. Like, she is, when you talk about, knows her stuff. Obviously, information about Dr. Cohn. These are previous testimonials of challengers. The average person during this challenge has lost 13 pounds, which is a number of kilos. I don't know exactly how many kilos that is, but somebody can type it in, right? So during 60 days and during the challenge, right? Now, the rest of this information is a little bit different, just so you guys know. We have different packages, different programs, different things, because we have massively upgraded the program here this year. And by massively upgraded the program, so that's about 7 kilos, which is awesome. So through the program is this. So what are we doing? We are launching our next Club Fit Challenge, but we are taking it to the next level. The Club Fit Challenge is going to be launching this Saturday, which is January 14th. So write this in your notes, January 14th. Okay, January 14th, registration will become open for the new challenge. Okay, the challenge is going to start on Monday, January 23rd, okay? January 23rd. So registration is gonna open on the 14th, okay? The contest or the challenge is gonna start on January 23rd. So that gives you about 9 days to promote into people joining and starting the challenge, okay? So when they start the challenge, there will be in that first week of the challenge, because it's 60 days, right? It goes from January 23rd till March 23rd-ish, if I remember correctly, approximately. And all of these details will be on the website. It will be updated this week. I'm just giving you guys a sneak peek because when I shared some of this information with Efrosini and Melanie, they were like, can we get this now and share this information now? And I was like, well, sort of. So in the United States, January 14th, we have our regional events in 7 different cities where we're launching the program for everyone to register. But since you guys aren't going to be in a regional during that time, we wanted to share it with you live here today to be prepared. So when your registration comes up again, okay, so here's how it's going to work. It's going to be different this time. You're not going to register on our website. You're going to go purchase the Club Fit Challenge in your back office or on your website. It's going to be an item that you purchase. So an agent can purchase it and a customer can purchase the item, okay? So it's very simple. So they'll go to your website and you can send them directly to that link to where it's like, you know, go to your website, you'll be able to go to that item, and then you're going to send that link and say, hey, buy this, join the challenge. Now, here's how it's going to work. They're going to buy the challenge, which gives them access to all the information, nutrition, workout plans, the contest. We're giving away thousands of dollars in prizes. We're giving away a lot. We're giving away a lot of things. So as people are used to, which is exciting. All right, but outside of that, it's going to give them access to some products as well. I can't share all of those details with you, but on the 14th, you will see, and you'll be very excited. It's going to be very simple. There's going to be one program to purchase. So you purchase the program and it's going to give you access to our products in your back office. You're going to sell it on your website, or you just log in as an agent on the 14th. You go to shop and you'll see Club Fit and you'll purchase the Club Fit Challenge. Okay. So all the details for Club Fit Challenge, meaning like what you get, what's the program, will be on our website, right? clubfitchallenge.com. Okay. Now, here's what's different. What we've done previously in the past is we have done these programs through Facebook, and we've done them as Facebook groups. The last challenge that we did was incredible, and the content was amazing. But what I'm so excited, and you guys are going to be the first to be able to kind of see a sneak peek of this. All right. So, so just let you know how much I love you guys. Because the rest of the people might be a little upset. I want to share with you guys what it is you're going to be asking. So this is our first time ever. We have created our own Club Fit application. And so we have our very own Club Fit app for Android and for iPhone. Okay, in the App Store. And I want to show you guys a sneak peek so you guys can see what this looks like. Okay, so let's see if we can pull up my phone. So there's our phone. So you can see there on the top, I have downloaded our Club Fit app. That is right. So we have our own Club Fit application, which is going to come as part of the purchase. Okay, now inside of this program, as we are still starting it, you can see it's going to show you basically inside of here a few different things. So first thing you're going to be able to do is set up your profile. Inside of your profile, you're going to be able to put your goals. So where's your starting weight? What's your target weight? What's your level of activity? It will do this based on enrollment. The other thing that it's going to be doing in here is your progress. So inside of here, what you're going to be able to do is track your progress, but it also allows you to add your photos. So when you add your photos in here from your library, you'll be able to create your before and after photos inside of the application. So you can add photos and then add before and afters for submitting for the contest to be able to win, all inside of your app. Okay. It will track all of your weight when you add your history of your weight, when you do your weigh-ins, and it graphs it all out for you so you can see the results and progress that you have. It also puts your measurements right here, so you can measure everything inside when you're putting inside of your for your measurements for the things that we're tracking. The other pieces that are going to be inside of our own personal. Remember, every person is going to be doing this together, so that way we're all on it together. The next thing that it has is it's going to have our habit tracker. Now, I haven't started this program yet, so I'm going to show you in a different program how this all works so you guys can see it. But the other thing that it has is community. So just like Facebook, just like everything, where we're going to be putting our posts in here where you can comment, post, and share, just like inside of Facebook, but it's going to be our own community, our Club Fit community, where we're going to be checking in, inspiring. This is where we're going to be sharing the challenges we're having. We're going to be sharing our personal testimonials. We're going to be showing our proof of sweat photos when we did our workouts. We're going to be showing our food is fuel photos for nutritional meals. We're going to be showing using our products, taking our products are inside of here. So we have a community aspect inside of the program, right? So, but it also has our events calendar for all the events and tracking and logging into it. However, I want to share with you really all the details that are going to be inside of ours, because what we have done is taken what Kim Lyons has created for her clients. Now, Kim sells this program with her content for $800. That is the price of the program. And you get no products. You get the program, you get the nutrition, you get the coaching, and you get the workouts for $800. And when you see what you're going to get access to it for on Saturday, many of you should be doing a backflip. Even if your body tells you you can't, you probably could. You'll be that excited. All right. So, but I want to show you how it's going to work inside of our program as it's being launched on Saturday. So the first thing that you're going to see inside of here is your workouts. So all of your workouts are going to be right here where it's going to be loading your workout of the day. When you click on that workout, you can start the workout. It tracks your workout, and then it's going to show you which workouts that you have completed. So if I go to my workout section, it's going to show me all the workouts. Now, let's say I want to go pick a workout. I want to go pick this workout, a lower body, upper body, a single body, all things you can do in 20 minutes, some 30 minutes, and you can view all of the workouts that are shorter or longer, whichever ones that you want to do inside of your home. You don't have to go, you don't need a gym membership, that are all here professionally done and shot by an expert, right? The other thing that we have outside of the workouts is you're going to see our habit tracker. Now, inside of our habit tracker, this is something that we're going to get people to focus on, is what we call the high five club. High five means you did your 5 habits for the day. And so inside of here, of course, we're going to be adding our own for like using your secret products. And so what you'll notice is when you click on these, you're going to see your habit tracker, and then you can see your progress report to see how many days you've hit your high five club. So we're creating consistency in our behavior for the right activities. The next thing you're going to see, which is one of my favorites, is watch this, guys, is the recipes. Oh, this is so cool. All right. So recipes for everything you could possibly imagine. You can even search. Maybe you want to search just vegetarian. Maybe you want to search just lunch items. Maybe you want to search salads. Maybe you want to search only for salmon. I want to make a salmon dish tonight, whatever it is. But as an example, let's say we click on it. It's going to give you the serving. It's going to show you your macros. It's going to show you your ingredient list, how to cook, how to prepare the leftovers on literally hundreds of healthy recipes and items inside of this that you have access to with the program. The next thing that you're going to have access to inside of the program, I'm probably showing you guys too much, but I'm hoping you guys are getting excited about it, is your feed. So every day we're going to be posting in our feed what you're focusing on that day. So it gives you the information bits at a time. Now, there are some people that are just going to be using it for their feed. They're going to use it for the push through notifications. And the other thing you're going to have here is your portal, which basically gives you access to everything you could possibly imagine. Now, these are going to start with your first week. So your first week is going to be like, okay, how do I get started? What are my non-negotiables? What are the Q&As for the course? And when you start looking at, from everything from a weekly planner to your eating out guide. So the one thing that we have here is a simple meal plans for your first guides. All of this stuff that is right here inside of your app that you have easy access to, easy to share. So it shows you exactly what to do. So if you want the whole program baked out, you can actually start, using it, printing it out, or you're just going to go to your feed and we're going to give you a little bit every day, a little bit every day, a little bit every day for you to follow. Hey, here's your workout for the day. Here's your check-in for the day. Here's your community aspect for the day. So all of this is going to be here inside of our own Club Fit app. Now, all of this, we are not going to be charging you $800 for this program, right? When you see how much we're going to be offering inside of this for people, but more importantly for us to have our own community, our own group, our own app, our own value. And so imagine going to somebody and saying, listen, all right, so for far less than what we're talking about here, when you see this, so, oh man, I want to tell you guys, but I can't tell you. Yeah, you're just gonna have to wait till Saturday when you see the program, so that you'll be able to join this program, download the app, and we're going to be giving you access to our amazing nutritional products with the program. The point is this: we want every one of you to do the program. Now, what if you're saying, well, Jess, I'm not here to lose weight. This isn't about losing weight. It's about becoming healthier. It's about becoming stronger, right? So first of all, you want to be a product of the product. Now, even if you're somebody that's saying, well, those aren't my things, learn the program. Why? Because you'll be able to sell the program when it comes in the future. Now, what's so exciting about this program is because of how we've created it now and built it through our own software, our own system, and our own app. What's going to happen is we're not going to have to wait for us to redo programs, which means that you'll be able to have this program available to sell every month to have new people joining the program in the future, okay? Currently, the program is available only in English as of right now, Sandra. It's a great question. But of course, as we grow this, we're going to have it available in more markets, okay? So this is something that has been a big project of ours we've taken on. It's a huge investment. There's a lot of technology involved, but more importantly, that the content is there. So because if you get 10 people to do this challenge with you, new people, not the same people, new people saying, hey, listen, I'm doing this challenge, come do this with me. And they do the challenge, and now they're using the products, they're getting results of the products. You have a monthly customer. And now you have somebody else say, hey, listen, let me show you about Club Secret. Club Fit is amazing. You got results. Let me show you about Club Secret. Let me show you about how you can vacation better. Let me show you how you can live better. Let me show you how you can get those same products cheaper by being with Club Secret, right? Let me show you how all of these things that you get access to and getting people in on the program. But when they get a result, guess what happens? When people get a result with the program, what do they want to do? They want to tell people, right? So when they're telling people, so all of a sudden, your people that do the challenge with you become your promoters to grow the business. And guess what? They're compensated to be able to do so. So all of these things, I'm telling you guys, if for me, when I looked at these programs here, and it's like, okay, Club Secret, Club Fit, and we looked at these two kind of being side by side, which is this gives you the best quality of life, and this gives you your health for your life together. Where as a consistent program, I think I'm going all in on this program because I know the results. And you guys know, when all of you have a story of somebody that used our products, used our nutrition, got a result from it, and they swear by it. They swear by what our products do for people. So guys, as we head into this new year, as we head into these new programs, as we head into this launch of this, so the 14th, we're launching the program. You'll be able to purchase your Club Fit Challenge, which gives you access to the program, download the app. The challenge starts on January 23rd. And like I said, the website this week will be updated. And as soon as we have the PowerPoint, the flyer, the updated video, the commercial, all of that is launching on the 14th in the United States. So it will all be uploaded to you guys. Now, if it's available sooner, we'll let you guys know. But the goal is to get as many people to join this challenge to start on January 23rd with us as humanly possible. Now, can you start promoting it now? Of course you can. You guys have enough information. You can tease it. You can say, listen, so we've got this challenge coming, and to say, well, how does it work? Well, it's registration starts on January 14th, right? So, and if you go to our site, the Club Fit Challenge, it has old information there, but it still can help you. So we should be talking about it now. Now, I got a couple more minutes here before I finish. And what I want to share with you is kind of the direction and as we're going. So obviously myself, Matt Morris, Isaac Ben-Shabbat, our CEO, are all coming to this Playbook event. And Playbook, as we're building onto it, is building into the Playbook that's in the United States. So we're going to have some pretty incredible announcements for you guys at Playbook in Venice. But Playbook 2 weeks later, 2 or 3 weeks later in the United States is going to be wild. And the reason why is because some of the announcements that we're globally launching from the US Playbook are going to be incredibly at impacting your business in a very positive way. So one of the things we're looking to do is in 2023, right, is two things, is to add more value and simplify. These are the two things that we can do to move faster, right? So how we move faster is, first of all, is simplify. How do we make programs that are simple for people to join, simple for people to understand, simple for people to use, okay? So, and what I mean by that is a very clear, easy front door. So someone coming in the front door. As an example of that, companies and programs, a lot of the times, they don't sell everything they have. They have one item, which is like their normal bestseller that brings you into the world. And then once you're in that world, you see everything they have, right? So, and that's similar to what we're going to be doing here in Secret in 2023, right? Is creating a very simple, easy way in for somebody. So that way they understand, okay, they can make an easy decision. Meaning for somebody to join Secret, they don't need to know every product. They don't. Right? They don't need to know everything. Here's what they need to know is that what they're joining or what they're buying is valuable enough for them to make a buying decision or a joining decision. And so when you see what's going to be happening with these programs, Club Fit being a huge part of the initiative here for this year to make it a simple, easy joining or buying decision for someone to go, I'm in, right? Now, why are they doing that? Why? Because it provides a solution for them, right? That they've been looking for. I want a result in this area of my life. We have a program that is literally tested, proven to create incredible results. The average person who does our 60-day challenge loses 7 kilos. That is statistical data from thousands of participants in the last 2 years. This is no joke. This is real, right? And then the result that people get. So the second part of that, now once they're on the inside, we can show them everything that we have, right? So we can show them all the different world that Secret offers them once they're on the inside, but they're not overwhelmed by so much information to come in, right? Now, the second thing, obviously, we've got the getaways and improving the quality of the getaways, improving the quality of our offer for them to come in. So the first thing is simplifying. The second thing, right, is value, providing more value. So when we become more valuable for people, meaning whether it be our products, our community, our training, systems, technology that we have right now, I know that you guys, when you, man, I'm gonna get myself in trouble. I just, because I know what's coming in February yeah, no, I can't. The problem is this: if you guys start talking about some of these things, they're going to know I'm the one who spilled the beans, and I always get in trouble. So it's a problem because this is why a lot of times they don't let me in some corporate meetings, because they're like, we can't tell Jesse because he's going to tell everybody, right? And they're like, Jesse can't keep secrets, and I was like, that's not true at all. I can keep secrets. It's the people I tell the secrets to who can't keep secrets. That's the problem I always have, because it's network marketing, like the one, don't tell anybody is the surefire way to have everybody find out in network marketing, right? But what I will tell you is this, without getting myself into trouble, and this week, literally, our president, Eddie, and our partners, Affluent and Managed, we had 3 days straight of planning for 2023 when it came to not just events, contributing towards event, financial compensation available to earn from building events, to technology, to applications. Yeah, I can't do it. But what I will tell you is this, is February, and I don't mean just Playbook in Venice. I mean between Playbook in Venice and Playbook in Americas. These 2 events in February, from the things that you're going to see in the announcements, many of you are going to be excited, which look, excitement is great. But here's what many of you guys are going to do, in my opinion. This is what you're going to do. You're going to go, ah. It's like a wave of peace is going to roll over you, like a security blanket. And you're just going to be like, oh, this feels so good, right? Now, I'm not saying you're not going to be excited. You will be excited too. There's some announcements where, you're going to be really excited, but there's other things that you're going to be announced where it's not going to be a level of excitement. It's going to be a level of peace. You're going to be like, oh, this feels, yes, this is what we've needed. This is exactly the direction that we're looking to go. And as we put it together, I think we can all admit the last 2 years have been wild. They've been crazy, right? So the world has changed, people have changed, mindsets have changed, things have, but the question is what are we going to do? See, the entire industry, and I don't mean just direct sales. I don't just mean network marketing. I mean marketing, period. Okay, when it comes to products, services, ideas, concepts, has gone through a huge shakeup over the last few years. So one of the things that we were looking for is to be different. The problem is so many people, when they're looking for certainty, they're looking for, well, what worked before? Well, what worked before worked before. Now, some of that's going to work in the future, but our job right now is to reinvent the space, to be different, to be a standout. Now, that means that requires courage, a lot of courage to do something different, to be changed, to be kind of an outsider, not what people have always done. See, here's the thing. Network marketing for almost 100 years has kind of been a renegade against the the traditional job, traditional workforce, traditional way of doing work, traditional way of doing business. Today, network marketing is not a renegade. It's a common practice. Whether you call it direct sales, affiliate marketing, online marketing, it's people sharing things with people that they know. you're not a renegade. You don't stand out anymore. You're like everybody else. What companies today, when they have a product or service, aren't offering a coupon, a give back program, a rebate program, a financial compensation for you to share their products or services? That's normal today. In fact, if you don't get your customers involved in sharing your brand, you're an idiot. So the question is how do we create something that is so different, that stands out, that's unique and different? And the way that we do that is we become a group of people that is so driven on service, so driven on community, so driven on connection, where they can buy a product somewhere, but they don't get this. They don't get the connections. They don't get the love. They don't get the community that they have here. They don't get the support. They don't get the family. They don't get that, because that's not there. Like Amazon doesn't give you connection, right? Maybe a discount if you do something, but what we're talking about is building a culture, right? Building something where when people come together and decide that together we are stronger, united than we are divided. This world has become a division of what you believe, right? What side of the fence are you on? And we are not going to participate in that. We're not going to participate in the death and destruction of humanity. We're not going to participate in this, divisiveness that's happening. We're not going to play the stupid racial crap. We're not going to play the stupid political crap. We're not going to do any of this. You know what we're going to do? We're going to be a representation of humanity, a light in the world, where we're going to say, when we work together with a code of ethics, with a code of values, where we're contributing to each other and making a difference in people's lives, and we're going to be increasing their wealth, and by their wealth, their health, taking care of themselves, like their experiences, creating better memories, creating better education for people. Because if we want to cure a lot of the diseases that I mean out there, and a disease like mediocrity, a disease like intolerance, a disease like racism, if we want to clear that, we're going to do that by creating and educating a group of people together to get rid of that. So when people go, I'm like, I want to be with them. I want to do what they're doing. I want to become like they've become. So what we are all is we are ambassadors. So I beg you, I implore you, this year is a year that you decide to not just be the best version of yourself, but to be the best model for other people to follow. So, because that's what leadership is. Leadership is lead your ship. And right now, what we have over the course of this next month, heading into Playbook, in Venice and in America, I know that every one of you guys is not just going to be excited, but you're going to have a level of certainty and confidence and really kind of peace and clarity that's going to give you not just your 2023 year vision, but for many of you, your next 5-year, 10-year vision, to know that you're not just in the right place, you're with the right people. And that's the only thing that I could ask for. So thank you for all the hard work, dedication, consistency. I know that it has been challenging building in an emerging market, in a new market that we're creating, whether it be in Africa or whether it be in Europe. And I've been now back and forth to Africa twice. I've been back and forth to Europe, I think 3 or 4 times now. I can't wait to see you guys again. And that's not going to stop. We are going to be building this community together in a way that's going to impact the world. And I said it, that the world is our playground and love will be our legacy. So Melanie, thank you so much for having me. And I'll pass it back to you or Efrosini, whoever's hosting today. Love you guys and we'll see you soon. Bye.
All right.
Good night, guys.
Thank you, Jesse. Good night, guys. See you soon in Venice.
We can't wait. See everybody there.